This is the Godfather Soul James Brown. I tell you, this business is on. My man is on. Check him out. This is the Godfather Soul James Brown saying stay with it and hit it.
Well, okay, thank you very much.
And we appreciate you, Mr. Brown. You're just like the voters that voted the last voting cycle. Even
back from the dead, come on out.
Yeah. Hey, welcome, Alan. And we have a special interview tonight. But before we get to that, I want to let you know that we are doing the contest, how to get into the top 200. And when you sign up for that, I'll do the back end. Then we'll help you to do a release, and we'll add you to our mixtape. And then you'll do a release, build up that fan base, and depending on how many people you get to actually buy the MP3, you will be in either the top 200 or the top 100, or
even the top 25.
Yeah, that's what we really want. We want you to be in the top 25, where radio stations and TV stations will come looking for you, saying, who is this person who you never heard of, and how did they get here? And it's really easy. You wouldn't believe how easy it is. But mostly the big boys know about it, and but now us little boys and girls are finding out about it as well. So,
well, it's a new music era. I mean, you've got all kinds of new technologies which allow for people to break into the music business. Not so much have big production companies, record companies go ahead and sign people as it used to be. It's similar, but it's not the same. And that's what the business of music is all about. It's ever changing, but it's all about uniting folks.
And also want to let you know, I have a book out called The Six Stages of Blindness. And if you're not able to find it on Amazon, they sent me this note saying, you have 30 things you need to change before we can put this book back for sale.
Oh my. So
I'm working on those 30 things. And I'm thinking like, oh man, if you never self-publish, I don't know, maybe it's easier for some, but it's very interesting. And of course, the movie even me will be out. We're going to do a private viewing of that August the 19th. So we're going to, stay tuned for that. And July the 10th, we're going to have a concert in Aurora. So it's going to be food, music, and it's going to be a fun event. All right. So I think I covered all the business part. All right. Now,
Hey, just a quick thing, Johnny.
okay.
I was looking through some of your emails and I saw this stuff in today's date in history.
Oh, yes.
Benjamin Franklin was going ahead and flying his kite. And a lot of people think, well, he was flying his kite. There was a key at the end of it and it got struck by lightning and all kinds of crazy stuff. There's a crazy Mandela effect about that. That apparently never actually happened. It's weird because we were all taught and we were all told, hey, this is pretty much historical fact that Benjamin Franklin was flying his kite. It got struck by lightning. He happened to have a key fixed to the tail of the kite. And I don't know. What do you remember about the story? It's kind of interesting.
That's what I remember is the key. And then he developed electricity because when the boat hit the kite, it came down to him.
Apparently that never happened. There's a guy called Nelson Mandela, and there's a whole group of effects that are surrounding him. It's the idea that people thought that he died in prison, and people actually remember his funeral. They remember marches in the streets. They remember all kinds of crazy stuff that never actually happened. He actually died in 2013, and he was not in prison at the time of his death.
Yeah,
he was imprisoned in South Africa due to the apartheid movement that was sweeping the nation at that time.
And on this day, he wrote a letter that I guess became very famous as well. Yeah. So that's to say in history. I love that kind of stuff. And sometimes
it's kind of cool.
If it's music history, we're going to play like pieces of songs. But those are just some little facts in history that are now corrected. Now you know. Now on the show tonight, we have a special interview from a divine American artist, Johnai. And Johnai, we'd like to welcome you to the show.
Yes.
Hello.
Hey, it's good having you on tonight. And audience, we're going to find out some great things about this artist. And tell us, before you got into what led you up to start writing and I don't know if you produce your music as well, but what led you to this point?
Well, one, my name is Johnai.
Johnai.
Oh, sorry about that.
Johnai.
No, it's fine. It honestly, it's like said very, extra, but no, it's just Johnai.
it's like a French thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. And then, what led me to getting into music, honestly, being older, my daughter, after having her, I wanted to get back into writing, wanted to get back into singing, being in the car with her and just listening to music. She sings along with me. So it was definitely something where I felt like because we have such a great moment and have such a great time doing it, and she's always talking about how beautiful my voice is and her voice is so beautiful. So, we definitely do it together. We write music together and she loves to help me with my songs. And when I was younger, my grandma and my mom, they played music. Both of my grandmas were in the time where the girl groups were going on and all those different type of things. So it's definitely been very interesting because they even, dated or married people who were very into music. So music's just always been a large part of my life. And now that I'm older and do have my own daughter, it's nice to be able to share what I feel with other people through music.
Hmm. And some of your music people that you like, you listen to a lot. I mean, a lot of female artists that form your thoughts and your persona when you do music.
Oh yeah. I love Lauryn Hill. I love Erykah Badu. I love lyricists. I feel like most women are lyricists more than anything. The new rappers, even them, you know, they have something to say, and I think that that makes a statement being in the industry, because it's a little bit harder when you're a lyricist to get your voice heard. It's easy to just come up with something and get put on the radio and have everybody dancing. But when you actually, you know, want people to listen to the music and listen to what you're saying, it takes a little bit more of your energy and your time. So I respect them highly. Queen Latifah, all of them that came before me.
Mm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I think if we were to tie that together, you would say, you know, the mainstream music has its place, but you for sure are seeking different sounds that would set you apart.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, I know personally for myself, just my own background, and when I hear music in my head, I don't produce music the way I would like to. But I know when I go into the studio and I'm talking to a producer and an engineer, I'm like, this is what I want, and I can at least sing it for you and kind of hum some stuff out. And I do know the instruments, so I can at least be like, okay, I want you to throw this in there with that in there and a little bit of this. And
Right.
you know, if I need to form my own, I like to do that, because it definitely does create a much better outlet for me personally. And it makes me more comfortable in the studio, which I feel is very important when you are a singer or a rapper or, you know, just a musician truly, because if you're not comfortable, you're gonna hit a note and it's gonna bother you. It's gonna bother you, and it's going to set a tone for the rest of the music. And I've had to become okay with my voice as well. So definitely listening to older artists and being able to tune my voice to certain instruments has been very, very helpful. Because that matters. It's huge as an artist, and being able to get my voice heard for sure.
Yeah. Now going into the studio is one thing, because you had the time to do it over again, or you know, tweak this. But when you perform a song that you've recorded on stage, how does that change the economy of how you present the song once you do it live? I mean, does it take a few times before you get into the niche of it, where you're performing it live? Because I mean, you spend all this time putting it on, you know, on digital. Now you're in front of an audience and you get a chance to improvise and do some other things to make it fresh every time. What are some of the songs that you really enjoy doing live and having fun with?
I mean, honestly, anytime I perform live, whether it's my song or somebody else's, I enjoy it. I truly feed off of the energy that's in the crowd. And
Yeah,
if
that's
they're in the
awesome.
crowd, then in my head, I am the crowd. So I'm gonna get up there and enjoy myself no matter what. And that was one reason why I love doing karaoke so much in high school, because I would just get out there and sing and do whatever I felt like it, and whatever came out came out. And by the time I was done, people would be like, oh my gosh, that was just, you know, that I can't believe that. And sometimes that raw emotion, you may not like the way it sounds, but it comes out so beautiful when it's raw and unedited, and you're not focused on if it's technically correct.
Yes. We want to hear the song Ready for Love, and we're going to come back and talk about it. I love the way the song is just very, very melodic. So let's the audience listen to this, and we'll be right back after the song.
you're not ready for me. Baby, you think I need to learn maturity. They say watch what you ask for, 'cause you might receive. But if you ask me tomorrow, I'll say the same thing. I am ready for love. Would you please lend me your ear? I promise I won't complain. I just need you to acknowledge I am here. If you give me half a chance, I'll prove this to you. I will be patient, kind, faithful, and true to a man who loves music, a man who loves art, who respects the spirit word and thinks with his heart. I am ready for love. If you take me in your hands, I will learn what you teach and do the best that I can. I am ready for love. Here with an offering of my voice, my eyes, my soul, my mind. Tell me.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to InnervisionFM.com.
Innervision FM.
Yes. Now, just like from the standards, because we teach the business of music, when you put that in BMI or SCAP, you get double pay for that song because of the length of it. And I don't know if you're into that part of it,
Mhm.
but I mean, I love the instrumentation. That how did that come about? I mean, I want to ask, like, which came first, the music or the lyrics?
Honestly, the lyrics came first. I love the song, and it's always been something that touched my soul in a very deep way. And I actually had a niece who asked me to sing for her, and I sang this song because I was like, I'm nervous, you know. I was like, I haven't sang in front of anybody else other than my daughter in a very long time. And I was like, so, you know, you let me know how I really sound. And the way she responded to it as well just let me know that it was something that I needed to record myself, and get out and, you know, share the emotions that come from the lyrics for me.
Well, I will tell you, it's a very beautiful song, and I'm pretty hardcore. I would say I'm critical, but I will tell you, there's good music out there, and there's music that could really, maybe use some improvement. This is not that type of music. This is good music. You are a
Yeah.
beautiful singer.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And you put the emotions in that, like, it's like behind the lyrics, it was this the song saying it was one point that you had closed love off, and then in a while, you spent that time introspectively, and then you said, okay, I'm ready to go out there and open my heart again. Was it because that's what it seemed like you were telling the story about?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is that way. When I was younger, I used to sing it all the time and try to hit the notes because I was in choir and I was, vocally trying to be technically correct. And at this point in my life, when I got into the studio, I just kept reminding myself that I wanted to relax and I wanted to express myself. It wasn't about being technical. It wasn't about whether I was going to hit the notes or sound like her or, any of those things. I wanted to express the love that I did have and the pain that did grow from it. And yes, being open again to any type of love, especially that of a man, it's different. So yeah, going through that whole journey is definitely coming out in that song for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Beautiful song, very emotionally charged.
Okay. Now, so far in what you've been doing, what is something that you have done in the music field that you felt most like it was like right on the mark, and you felt very like this has taken me to the next level? Are there any songs or any things that have happened during your musical journey that you can look back and say, hey, this was one of those markers?
It would definitely be These Pages. When I wrote These Pages, it was groundbreaking for me. It was emotionally charged even more so, and it when I had to go through and revamp it, it was different. It definitely hit an emotional part of me that I was like, okay, going back to write these lyrics over is I've hit a different level of respect for myself as a writer and for other writers because it was written 10 plus years ago. And for it to be something that I've already recorded once before, on a scratched up CD somewhere, to now going to digital recording and being able to listen to it in the car or on my radio in the house, or, to know that it can be played on my phone for other people. And it creates this emotion is very powerful, because when I sang it live for people, when I first wrote it 10 plus years ago, it had that impact. And now I can share it with even more people, and I know that it's going to make a larger impact. And I love that feeling. I love that feeling.
Yeah. Now this leads me to the next question. Like when you give advice to other singers, what do you tell them about, you know, some of your experiences and how they can help, how they can use some of those experiences to advance their singing and their vocal abilities?
When I talk to new artists, I always remind them that it's about what you want and what you need and your passion. Because if you start to give in to what the industry is asking of you, then you're no longer doing what you love to do.
That's
And
right. That's absolutely right.
And it becomes a chore. And with music, it can't be a chore. It has to be something that you just let out, and it comes out when it comes out, and you respect the way that it comes out. If you're trying too hard, then you do end up getting music where you're like, okay, we've heard it before, you know. And it's so different when you hear somebody sing and they give you goosebumps or they make you cry, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that person just did that to me. I can't believe they caused that feeling to come out of me like that. And that's the beautiful thing about it. It's a raw emotion. And so I remind anybody going into it that as an artist of any sort, I don't care what sort of artist you are, keep your own peace and love yourself more than you want other people to love you. Because like I said, when you love what you do, then everything falls into place much better.
Now we're going
to get it comes out.
Go ahead. Oh,
I was just going to say, it comes out in the caliber of the singing that you put forth. Man, oh man, so many times people hear about writer's block and things like that. Musicians go through the same exact thing. So, you know, it is important that it is do what you love rather than do it because you've got a deadline to meet and you've got an album to hit.
Yeah. And we definitely want to get into this next song, and it's going to get you moving, and we're going to talk about a little bit of the song when we get back. These pages of my diary.
These pages of my diary tell my life story. Yeah, they tell all about me, the pain they can see, my longest story. These pages of my diary tell my life story. Yeah, they tell all about me, the pain they can see, my longest story. These pages of my diary tell my life story. Oh yeah, telling all about me, like a history book that falls open. They get to see the me that I've been trying to hide for so long. Living in the dark corners of my room, trying to pass a small smile as true happiness. Throwing on a mask, trying to hide my insecurities, cause I knew that showing them would always be the end of me. Look into my eyes, tell me what you see. Is it really a surprise? I show no emotion in them, cause all they portray is a sadness in them. And this is life so real, yet like a false reality. No one sees that it is me, trapped within the empty pages of a book, lost in the sea of tears that rock the boat I call my life for years. These pages of my diary tell my life story. Yeah, they tell all about me, the pain they can see, my longest story. These pages of my diary tell my life story. Yeah, they tell all about me, the pain they can see, my longest story. I fall to my knees and bow my head, asking the Lord to save me from this cruel road of dread. I'm looking at old photos of an aunt who's long dead, a brother soon to follow cause he's lost inside his head. Self-pity is my enemy, slowly killing me. Love not a friend to me. Friends who betrayed me. This is so unhealthy, yet no one's here to save me from what I don't see. So I open up the Bible and I go to read my favorite verse, Psalms 27. I was making it to heaven, reassurance of deliverance, saying hold on to the ones I love. And it was fragile in my hands like a small baby dove. I didn't want it to fly away, so I had to make it stay. I put it in a cage just like I do with my emotions. Yet someone always reads my words unspoken. These pages of my diary tell my life story. Yeah, they tell all about me, the pain they can't see, my longest story. These pages of my diary tell my life story. Yeah, they tell all about me, the pain they can't see, my longest story. Life is played with just one token. I keep pushing on doors that just won't open. Locked from the inside, I can't get in. So pissed deep inside, cause they judge my sin. Knowing they sleep around with all these different men. She always said she would be my best friend. Yeah, most of the drama slips from her lips. She thinking she the best from how she move her hips. Betrayed by the one I love the most. And my emotions are bottled up and I'm about to bust. Conversation is needed so they hear my ambitions. I keep closing up cause no one listens. I'm tired of hearing them say they got my back. Yeah, when I call their name the screen fades to black. This is me, true reality. Pain they can't see, only self saves me. These pages of my diary tell my life story. Yeah, they tell all about me, the pain they can't see, my longest story. These pages of my diary tell my life story. Yeah, they tell all about me, the pain they can't see, my longest story. These pages of my diary tell my life story. Yeah, they tell all about me, the pain they can't see, my longest story.
All right.
Yes, I think that's awesome. Where do we find this stuff?
So you can find me at reverbnation.com/Johnnie Humphreys. You can find me on Facebook, Johnnie Humphreys. You can find me on Instagram at Queen Destiny Lee. And those are the main places. And if you also Google Johnnie Humphreys, pretty much all my pages come up. So
And spell the name, spell your name again, like how is
JohnnieInnervisionFreys. So yeah.
That's very, very
Sweet.
good. Yeah.
Thank
So
Man, that's some beautiful stuff. I'll tell you what, you got my dog moving and shaking. This dog is like freaking out. He's like, oh boy, there's this lady in a box. She sings beautiful. And I agree.
Thank you. It's much
Yeah.
appreciated.
well, John, before we go, could we get you to do a drop for our radio station? I don't know if you have it written there, but you say my name is, and you're listening to Innervision FM, and we'll play it on future shows. So go ahead.
Wait, hold on. I don't have it in front of me right at the moment. But you said Innervision.com?
Well,
Innervision FM.
Yeah.
Innervision FM. My name is Johnai, and you're listening to Innervision FM.
.com.
I really, you know, I put the .com. I mean, that we really appreciate that, and we definitely wish you much success in your career. And people, leave your comments. We had a bunch of comments last night from the artists that we
That's
had on.
awesome.
And and
You can
looked at-
also hit us at info@innervisionfm.com if you want to
Yes.
submit some ideas for some songs. Maybe
Yeah.
you can get yourself in the top 25. I'll bet you these two songs will go pretty far. I guarantee that they're going to hit something.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes.
So-
we'll definitely support them.
Well, God bless you, and thank you for joining us. And we'll see you next week here on Innervision FM.